Hey, RBBASS angler Ron Howe here, doing a fishing report wrap up. Back at home in the patio, got a lot of yard work to do today, but we fish Wild West Bass Trail teams events. It is off limits all week, so it's completely even for everybody. And you go out on Saturday and try to figure out a winning pattern. Little struggle this week, man. Didn't have a great practice. Only got up there for 2 days for practice the prior week. Found bed fish, found reaction fish. This week, a lot of things changed for a lot of guys. It got really tough up there. The weights were really down. But here's what we did find yesterday. The reaction bite was very isolated. So a few guys caught them that way. Here and there, a lot of guys didn't. Even though the last prior weeks these spots were producing, these fish are on the move. It's spawn time. Warm weather's coming and the fish know it. So a lot of what we saw, a few reaction fish. I mean, we'd see 10, 11 boats around us, maybe one boat catching a few on a chatter or an LV or a trass fish, but not a lot of reaction bites. We started in the north, we went to the south, and started looking for bedfish in an area that I had found them the week before. And sure enough, there was fish in the area, and they were bigger ones. The problem was we couldn't get those to bite. We had one of them bite under a dock and just wrapped us around a pole and got off. Don't know how big it was, but it was a very long fish, so we're estimating a 4 to 6 pounder, something like that. We sat on some bedfish for quite a while, had a really large female, and right now the females are not that big. I mean, big fish at the event was 8 pounds and a pair of 7. So a big fish right now is like a 6 pounder. And we sat on this fish for quite a while, and every time she'd scooch in the bed, the male would push her out. And they're spawning in very deep water. The south part of Clear Lake is extremely clear right now, and the fish are spawning deep. They're not way up on the bank. They are out. I mean, everything I've seen on a bed, last week I caught a pair of 5 pounders. They were 5 to 8 foot deep, and then what they're doing is they're finding that one isolated piece of grass and spawning somewhere around it. So they're moving up to these isolated pieces of grass. There's not a lot of grass or milfoil left on the lake right now. Most of it has died off this winter or been pelleted. So bed fishing is coming into play. The single bite hasn't really started. You can catch a couple on it, a drop shot here and there. We caught one on an underspin. And then we went north and up there in the Lucerne area, and the fish are extremely shallow. I mean, if your boat's if you don't see the bottom, so it's like 2 feet deep, then you're not where the fish are at. They have moved up, and they're going to move up the rest of this week because the warming weather's coming, and they're going to spawn, and they're going to be shallow. So get your eyesight on, get your good glasses on, make sure you got your sun shield or hoodie behind you, and get the sun behind you so you could see good. So really is going to turn into a bed fishing thing here and sight fishing. And a lot of fish have already spawned, so also start to check soon the post-spawn areas. Points that lead away from bays, anywhere where there was a grassy pocket, those fish are going to move back into that, and the frog bite has already started. So a lot of stuff going on at Clear Lake. Even though fishing's kind of tough, you can go up there and still catch a decent bag. I mean, we had 15 something, nothing big. We came in, I think, 32nd or 33 out of 130 boats, so the weights are way down. It took 22.70 something to win. RBBASS anglers Ron Howe and Chris Perez put it together. They won the event. Real proud of these guys. A big win for them. They caught their fish throwing both shad and crawfish LVs, and they went and looked for sparse grass and flipped it with a 1 ounce weight and some Gamakatsu hooks is what they reported. So congratulations to them and their efforts and their big win on Clear Lake. Hope this gives you an idea that these fish are really moving to spawn. They're going to be on the bank, and you're going to have to go look for them and cast a Senko around while you're doing it. Maybe try some reaction in the morning, and then if you see some head cover or some vegetation anywhere or any duckweed, get the frog out because that time of year is starting up Clear Lake, California. There's still water to launch at every ramp. It'll be that way for a little bit. We are going to be short on water very soon this year as the lake is extremely low compared to where we started last year when they drained it down. So, Ron Howe, RBBASS Fishing Report, Clear Lake, California, 2022, beginning of April. Have a good one.